Get down.
Let me clear my throat. Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's better. Somebody pass around the offering. Since I'm always preaching on tracks, you feel me? I'm not gonna get paid for it. Sermon of the day. You right where you supposed to be, baby. Informant, that information for me. Important, you get a portion of fortune pouring. Confession, fortunately, blessings on now they snoring. You mellow, so focused on scoring. Got your underperforming. I never expect something, never assume nothing. Judging me for my past, but that's why I'm triumphant. I don't demand, I know where I stand like engineer hands. Watch how my life pans. Cut that game plan. Show out like a jotter, pop out like a cutter. Telling the quick rock, skipping the course, squares like hopscotch. This gonna be my mood to my beat drop. Putting my boogie shoes in my diddy boots. Ain't no stop. I'ma make the rest of my life live. Yeah, I'ma make the rest of my life live. Gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life. Yeah, I'ma make the rest of my life live. I'ma make the rest of my life live. Gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life. Congratulations on the celebration. I know I'm dope without the need of a validation. No congratulations on no celebration. I know I'm dope without the need of a validation. Yeah. If having hope is dangerous, call me evil Knievel. You leading on the wrong side, living with peasant needles. So lethal, made Shane Black wanna write a sequel. Cause I snuggle my dream till it's seen as illegal. And I still probably will, cause I can never give up. I got my goals calling me, how could I never pick up? Either we make up or just break up. With the stake, kids get the rake up. Yeah, selfish, I'ma cake up. If I don't shake me to wake up. Let my depression catapult me to success. Shine a light on my imperfections like a projection. Every struggle a lesson, your issues is so oppression. Never got a question, they pushing me to progression. I'ma make the rest of my life. Yeah, I'ma make the rest of my life. Gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life. Yeah, make the rest of my life.
I'm going to
Gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life.
celebrate, to rejoice, and have joy. Y'all don't just little bit of my It's 26, everybody. How are y'all doing? I hope everyone is great. I am wonderful. Yes, and yes. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Good to see you on this side. So glad you made it to the other side. I am really excited to be here today. The year went by so fast, and we'd be remiss if we didn't just pause to say thank you, Bravo family, the Bravettes and the Brave Brothers who tune in every week, whether it's Monday night, whether it's Thursday night, whether it's any of the other days that Pastor Sheila comes on and shares. We are everywhere, and you give us reason to come back every single time. So thank you so much. We wish you the greatest new year ever. I hope and pray that you all enjoyed yourselves, that you were safe and no tragedy or issues, befell your families. We know New Year's, a lot of stuff goes on and happens in these streets. And so, let's see what the mic, okay, it's better now, Anae? All right, let me turn it up a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes we have a little technicalities. And speaking of Anae, let's salute the greatest moderator to whatever do it in these YouTube streets. I mean, while we are here. So she is in the person of Anae Kenya, and we love and appreciate you again. Listen, we starting off the new year together. We ended it together. We're starting all together. We appreciate you for everything that you do, everything that you bring to this platform and the ministry side. Where would we be without you? Everyone should have themselves and an A. You can't have this one because she's taken, and we will come looking for her. We absolutely will. Let's see. So she's just greeting everyone. She's greeting the Bravo with Sheila Network, and greetings as always. We pay homage to the curator of this space, none other than my auntie Bravo, the amazing Pastor Sheila Ingram. She always yields us this captain's chair every Thursday night to come and share some conversation and some time with you all. And so salute to you, Auntie. Thank you. We are here. Who's ready for the next round? That's what I said. Who's ready for the next round? That's what I want to know. I know I am. And so, yeah, we are grateful. So as always, kick off this year just again want to say thank you to everyone for coming with us through 52 weeks of 2025. The year had gone by so fast. We've had some ebbs and flows, but we are still yet here. So very much appreciative, very much grateful, very much happy and thankful to be here, and so glad that you guys are here with us. This year, we hope to bring you a more amazing conversations. You know, on Thursday nights, we do real talk with real people for real resolutions. We are not one voice, one sound. We welcome everyone's thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Our number one request, rule, and requirement is respect. As simple as that. Just respect. We don't have to agree. And I kind of like it better when we don't, because it makes the conversation a little spicy when we don't, you know. But what we do have to do is respect each other's points of view as we're sharing. So, you know, we require that here, as we are an integral station, and we want to keep the conversations going in an integral way. So unfortunately, but fortunately, if disrespect is found, whether it be in the comment section or on the platform, our lovely lady Anae, who is our moderator, she also doubles as security. She will have to put you out. Yeah, plain and simply. That's what will happen. And we don't want that. So we want everyone to be able to enjoy this conversation and the dialogue that goes on here. So thankfully, we have not had to use that button, you know. So we all doing something right. Speaking of buttons, if you don't mind, please, ma'am, please, sir, if you would just hit that thumbs up button just one time, we would appreciate that, because that allows our information, our shows, our podcast, our network to be pushed further out into these amazing YouTube streets so that we can reach more people. Again, we are not here to convict or to convince anyone, but what we are here to do is have great conversation so that we can have growth within ourselves and with the relationships that we have with each other and those around us, right? Right. So we appreciate you being a mature audience and for all that you do. So I think with all that being said, right now, tonight's going to be an easy night. It's going to be a smooth night. Tonight, we are going to bring up none other than, you know her, you love her. I know I do. I say it all the time. She never knows who I'm talking about every time I introduce her, because I always do something different. But listen, she shouldn't be that amazing. If she was simple, then I could have one line, but she's not. She's very complex. She's very amazing. She's full of depth and wisdom and insight and understanding and direction. And she's just so professional, but yes, she's still that girl from around the way. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to balance. Her code switch game is like none other. All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, okay? She knows how to mix the professional with street if she got to, but don't make her do it, okay? She just want to be nice and kind to y'all. All right, so I don't know what this year is going to bring. I'm just excited that everyone is here. My sister's in the building with me so far tonight. The rest of the squad, they may come in, they may not, but we're here, and we just wanted to show up for you. So without further ado, as I say, you know, America has their sweetheart and we have ours. So she is in the person of my sister, the Coach Theo. You know who she is. Come on up, beautiful.
Happy New Year. I feel like every week I have more to live up to.
Listen, you start out that way every week. So, you know, what can I tell you? It's a whole new year. So I had to kind of mention all the things that you were last year, because that's your foundation for this year. Now you just build on top of those things. You know, it's not my fault. It's yours. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I cannot complain.
I'm so glad to be here on this side.
Yeah, I mean, we're above the dirt.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Now?
We made it to 2026.
Say what?
I'm counting down to 60. The countdown begins. So
just a few short months, right? Just a few short months.
Just a few short months.
About in January now, about three more months.
Yeah, about 3 more. Yep, April. Into April.
April, right? See what I'm saying? Well, come on, Miss 60 never looks so good. It's showing what it looks like. See, I'm glad you're going before me, so then I get like a little cheat sheet so I can figure it out, because I got like 3 to 4 years in between that time, so I can see how you do it, and then I know how to, you know, make my interest way into 60 when the time comes. But for right now, we just gonna rest on this 56 over here and let you take the lead. Do what you do.
said, I'm still showing up in my jeans and my Timbs when I feel like it.
Come on. I told y'all she is professional and hood at the same time. Okay. Y'all know some code switching classes from her so you know how to make the mix work, know how to blend it right. I'm just saying. Just saying.
You got
That's
to
it.
know how to assimilate.
You do, you do. All right, listen, y'all. I know that's a big word for some of y'all. I know. Sometimes, no offense. Sometimes we're just not used to hearing those words because we don't use them on the day to day. So, if you got to write it down and look it up, please do. Please see, Coach Steve will teach you without even meeting. That's how I see how this year is kicking off so
Yeah,
far.
but how are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I am happy. I am joyous. I'm not even gonna say I'm blessed beyond measure. No, we know all that. We found some other words this year. The
That's
fact that
it.
we here, we breathing, like you said, above ground. Listen, that alone is the blessing. So I'll go with that. I ain't got to tell nobody that I'm blessed. I ain't got to tell you I'm highly favored either because I'm walking. Have the activity of my limbs. All that we know what that is.
Yeah, we can
Already
see,
know.
hear, we can smell.
Listen, that alone, but I feel good. I feeling amazing. I'm feeling excited. I'm encouraged. So many things that I want to do this year, and I
Yes.
would even say that I'm going to do this year. That I'm finishing up doing. I can't wait to make some announcements soon.
Yeah,
We got some things that we are finishing. See, that's the thing. It's the finishing for me.
that's it. That's it. That's it.
We're not just trying, we doing, and we're not just doing, we thriving. We're not just thriving, but we finishing. So that's where I'm at. I'm excited and just really grateful to be on this side of 2026. I don't know, what the rest of the year holds. I know the plans.
Let me
Well,
tell you.
God knows the plans He has for us.
That's it.
But I'm glad He lets me know, like step by step for as much as I can handle at a given time. He'll fill us in. But I have a feeling.
Listen, like my pastor said last night, he's already in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Right?
Okay.
So we just gonna roll with it, but we know he already been going ahead of us. So
Listen, every day He gives me, I promise you, I'm gonna make it worth His while, not my while. Make it worth His while. Y'all know how we are. You already know, y'all. And for those who need to know, we'll just do the professional side. While we are not a Christian-based network, we do have a Christian ministry network across the street. We'll be over there tomorrow at about 12:30 sharing a word. But for right now, we're on the secular side of the street.
yes,
However, any day of the week, any hour of the day, anywhere I go, I'm a God's girl all the time. So when you get me, you're gonna get a little Jesus every single time. That's not gonna change. That's not
yeah,
gonna change.
all
You know,
day, every day.
then twice on the weekends. That's right. Sometimes you might not even know you're getting a little Jesus. That's how much Jesus I got in me. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
It comes out that way. So you can't, just grateful because so many people, day by day, we have to really learn to be appreciative for life, just for real. Like no more just saying it's not a cliche anymore.
mm-mm.
But just life and life. And let me not be rude because I feel myself going to go somewhere. Let me not be rude. Let me get to the comment section first so we can greet those who are here, and then we're going to continue on in our conversation. Of course, the amazing Monday night host of Mondays Beyond the Mic, Dr. Elaine, is in the building. Happy New Year, sis. We made
Yeah.
We are here. Listen, let me tell you a little secret. I think I'm starting to rub off on Dr. E a little bit.
I heard that on the last Monday.
You heard that Monday? You heard it?
Okay. All right, now what's going on
Well, some things. I said, oh, come on. I said, oh, let me find out. I'm becoming a little infectious. If you hang around me long enough, it will
now?
happen. But it's a fair exchange because she rubs off on me. She makes me want to become all the things that I should be, and do so with such professionalism. And Dr. E, that's my girl. I love her. I love you, sis. And Mondays are like a precursor for Thursdays for me. Monday nights, she ain't playing about them 60 minutes though. We done in an hour. She's not playing. She's not playing with us. She's not playing with y'all. We are done. And I love
Like, when she was like, okay, then I was like, is it 7 o'clock? Is it 8 o'clock already?
That's the fastest 60 minutes ever. Okay, we were over here for 49 hours, and it seems like, but them 60 minutes go fast. They're like, Almighty God. It's great. So if you have not tuned in on Monday nights, please do so. Matter of fact, just subscribe to the channel. This way you don't miss anything at all. Not a single thing at all. She also says 2026, the year of finishing what you start. Didn't I say? That's what I said Monday, right? I said it. I sure did. This is that year. This is that year. And guess what? People is that like get serious, get for real, get disciplined, get organized, just get going. Take one step further than where you were before. I'm telling you something about this shit because people gonna be showing up. People show up. Things are gonna happen, and we want to be ready for it. Oh, and look who's in the building. Hey, mommy. Y'all know.
Rosa, Happy New Year.
That's my mama, y'all. She's everybody's mama, but she literally pushed me out. I am her fourth children. I had ended, I wrapped it up. There was nothing else after me. She said, I've done my best work, and now I'm finished. I can rest now. Nothing else. That's why I shut it down, y'all. I shut it all the way down.
That's what happened when they birthed the babies. See, we both the youngest.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That what else is there after us? What else? Nothing. Nothing. Mama, you have done well. You should be proud of yourself. There's nothing about this. Something about the babies. We the best. No offense, y'all. No offense. No offense. I'm just saying. Let's see who. Okay, see, Dr. E is. Listen, we know what it is. We know what it is. But we ain't gonna talk about it. We're gonna be nice this year. A little bit. Maybe. What did Mama say? Mama said, what she say? She said, Happy New Year to most of my favorite ladies. Okay, listen, as long as we're in the number, we're happy. We're good. We're happy with that. We're happy with that. Dr. E says, love you both. Time is not refundable.
That's so true.
And that's why you only get 60 minutes of Dr. E's time on Monday nights. That is it. That's all. You're not gonna get no more. Okay. Sometimes she gives a little low. She's a little lenient. Sometimes she gives a little bit, maybe like 15 minutes more. But that's about it. And you're pushing it. But I love it because you know what? It really teaches us discipline.
It does. Yeah.
And it shows, we're able to have, great conversations and get great information, and we don't have to be on it all night. On Thursday nights we just cut up quite a bit, so
we just don't stay on task.
we don't. We are absolutely unscripted, and just is what you get. That's what it's real and raw. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's real on Monday nights. It's not as raw. We're a little more refined. We have, we use our good manners. On Thursdays, it's way different. Okay, we just believe we're an extra.
I'm gonna blame it on the men since they're not here. That's why we.
I agree with that. We are in agreement. It is the men's fault, y'all. We don't want to do this. It's them. They provoke us. They make us be like this. They make us act this way. I'm like, they need better home training. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, and Dr. E says, I agree as the baby of 7. See?
Look at that.
Babies.
Listen.
What is better than us? Nothing. And when you hit perfection, because then you stop trying. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go any further. How much greater
can you get?
How much? Our parents couldn't do any better than us. That was it. We shut it down. We shut it all the way down. So to all the youngest, this year, listen, baby siblings unite, stand up for yourselves. As my niece put it, what did she tell me? She said, Little Sisters Club Unite. That's my sister's youngest daughter. I said, the babies were the best. And so, y'all just have to get used to it. It's an unspoken rule. But this year we're saying it from our chest.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. And while we're talking about Dr. E, just really quick, I want to let y'all know that she has a new book. Okay, it is called I Am a Woman with Issues, but I Still Qualify. And it is right here.
I started reading. Did you start reading?
I started and I need to be still to finish reading. Because she's gonna be on with us actually this month, I believe, in I think 2 weeks. We are
Yeah,
scheduled to have her come
I'm
in.
trying to finish it before then.
Yes, because she is gonna switch seats and be in the guest seat, and we are going to talk with her about her book, how it came about. So if you don't have it, you can go on, I think you can go on Amazon. Dr. Eve, make sure you put it in the chat, please. And thank you, sis. How people can get your amazing book, I'm a Woman with Issues, but I still qualify. So that if you don't have it, please go get it. Again, I believe she's going to be on with us. I think it's on the 15th. Of this month. So we got 2 more weeks. You can go, you can get it, start reading it, come and join us as we talk about it, and let her share. She's amazing and awesome. Okay, yes. All right. She said on Amazon. Yes. So go get yours today because we are looking forward to having her with us. All right. All right, y'all. Do what it does. So tonight we're just gonna talk a little bit, chatting, and thinking about this year and last year. And I gotta tell you, I think this is one of the years that I have not heard a whole bunch of people complaining and saying 2025 was the worst year of their lives. I really haven't heard anybody say that, and I'm really glad about it because I don't know nobody else. I don't know about nobody else, but 2025 for me was, I think I had the time of my whole entire life. I think I enjoyed pretty much every day. And all of the things that I did. Like, I didn't do everything that I wanted to do, but I was very purposeful and intentional about how I spent my time. You know, the year started off tragically, as we know, those who may or may not know, one of my best friends passed away. My best friend passed away suddenly on January 7th. So that took me into a space where even now, when I think about it, here we are at the beginning of January again. Like, where did that time go? That kind of that this loss hit different than some of the other losses I've experienced, and I still don't really wrap my mind around it very much. And we were just going day to day, but it just showed me how important people are.
Yeah.
The people in, not that I didn't know it before, but feeling absence and presence um, is something that was really major, and it really made me even more intentional about the people in my life. Even if I don't get to see you, just making sure that I'm in touch with you. Just telling you that I love you, telling you how I feel about you. If I get the chance to do something, whether it's minute, I don't think anything anybody does for you is minute. But whatever form of expression that I am able to give, I've been real intentional about doing that this year, just trying to show up, even if I can't do it physically, but just, again, just presence, just letting somebody know that you're there,
Yeah.
because how fast this year went by. Did it seem like the year went by fast for you?
It did. I feel like it was January and then it was December. Like, I feel like every month just went like that. But I agree. Like, I would say since like 2016 and on, right? Like, I really have begun to appreciate just living,
Mm-hmm.
and have been really intense. Like, a couple of my friends joke about it because my word is intention. Like, I'm really really focused on being intentional. But I also got to a point where, like you said, when you lose anybody, but when you lose significant people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to figure out how you move forward. And for me, it came down to honoring them by the way I live, right? Which
That's
means
good.
every day I'm practicing gratitude, right? Every day I'm trying to be better, do better, but trying to do something that says, hey, I'm going to live for the one that's not here, that I don't get to see every day, that I don't get to talk to every day, right? And so I think you really do begin to appreciate, not that I didn't before, but I think you get to appreciate living differently.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a deeper appreciation and understanding, for life. And I just think that, as we mark these moments, and hey, I'm gonna start calling you Coach Intentional, uh, or Coach Theo, the intentional coach. So one of the two, we're gonna work it out. But and it really speaks to um us, like you said, every day, just finding, and not you don't have to find anything, just knowing, that is a gift, and just enjoy. Like, we don't have time to be arguing. Doesn't mean that you're gonna get along every moment of the day, but when we're able to just appreciate the time that because you don't know, we never know how much time we have. You don't know how much time the next, it may not be you, maybe
Yeah.
someone else, and it's not always so much a loss because the person has passed, a transition to the next life. It just be distance. It could be in moving. It can
It
be
could
in,
be anything.
yeah. It's really about being intentional about um, the people in your life, because we are a gift. We are an absolute gift. And you are worthy to be celebrated. And I know we say it. It's just funny how certain things that we've said for years start to take on a more present meaning as we get older. Where they say you go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. And making that change in that transition, because some of us will go for quantity over quality. We just want to have like a whole entourage, although out of the entourage of 100, only 7 people really have our back, you
Yep.
know um but we got to get to the point of understanding that you're just carrying that dead weight, and we no longer have room for it. For me this year, I said, if it doesn't serve me, I'm letting it go, whatever it is. And that may be a few times throughout the year that, we have to shed people, places, and things. The
And it doesn't
2025,
have to be, and it doesn't have to be a big announcement. How people want to go on Facebook and say, "I'm," like
okay,
it doesn't. It's just you. You just gotta know. You gotta know when it's time to pivot and release.
mm-hmm. Now, and be brave about it.
Yeah.
Be honest about it, be brave about it. Again, you don't need a whole explanation, like you said. It doesn't take a Facebook announcement. You don't have to make a TikTok about it. You don't have to do an Instagram reel about it. You don't got to do it on Threads.
Yeah.
We don't do none of those things. You don't have to send out emails. Like, if you're getting this email, you are still on. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop
it's not. It's not that serious. Like
it. It's not.
honestly, I mean,
At this
but you
age,
know me. I move silently anyway. So a lot of
come on.
times, you know how I am. You find out what I'm doing after it's done.
Right. Once it's See, people don't understand that. I think for me, I've learned how to move. Not that I was ever an announcer. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna announce that these 25 people are no longer in my phone. So, oh God, let me block you and then tell you that you blocked. Who does that? Where did that come from? What is wrong with us? No, and this nigga, what are you doing? You'll
Right.
know that I'm not talking to you because you'll know the last time you talked to me.
Yeah.
That's the last time, you know. But we have to be like, I don't, for me, silence has taken on kind of a different meaning, you
Yeah.
know. Um, well, sort of, because I've always kind of been this way. When I get silent, it can be good and it can be not so good. It just depends on the actions that have preceded the silence. You
Yeah.
know, I will start to. I feel like you teach. I would say this about you. You teach me how to live without you by the amount of distance that you put between us.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna chase you. I don't chase people. I'm not gonna, are you all right? We haven't talked. I'm not, I might reach out and be like, hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Is everything good? How are you? Not asking, digging. I'm not temperature checking and whatnot, but I will genuinely reach out and be like, you know, because when a person means something to me and I haven't heard from you, I feel it. I
Yeah.
feel that absence, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I didn't talk to so and so for a minute. Let me reach out just to see how they're doing, but not anything grand. Um, but again, for me, and that becomes silence. I'll just be like, okay.
But I
Yeah.
think that's important for us to understand. Well, for people to understand, and I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. Like, I used to be the one that used to be like, oh my God, what's going on? And then I realized, you know what? They have my number just like I have their number. Right. So it works both ways. Right. Because I used
Mm-hmm.
to be like, oh my God, I haven't reached out to this person. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Everybody ain't trying to keep up with me. And now that is tit for
Say
tat.
it again, sis. Say it again.
Everybody ain't trying to and now that is tit for
It's
tat.
for the
People,
people in the front. Never mind the people in the back. We've been talking to people in the back for a long time. The people in the front didn't hear that.
yeah, but you got to recognize that like it works both ways. And yeah, like you said, like there are people that I know that so I have like I have friends where they're similar to me. We can have a whole conversation on Facebook Messenger or a chat. Like Justin is one of them. Me and Justin can have a whole conversation in Facebook Messenger, right?
Y'all do
Right.
not keep keeping up.
Right. So, and then I have another friend, like she doesn't really like talking on the phone, right? But then I have friends who like talking on the phone. So I am intentional about checking in with those friends because I'm really not one that is on the phone a lot because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
into like I got to a point where I just couldn't be on the phone having just I don't want to say basic conversations, but like Dr. Elaine said, time is non-refundable. So
It's not.
I'm gonna call you, we're gonna check in, I'm gonna make how you doing, whatever, whatever. But if it starts to go to where it's like a conversation where it's not feeling productive, all right, is losing that productivity piece of it. We've checked in, we made sure we're all right, and now we're going into another zone. I might be like, okay, I gotta go, right? But I think you also gotta know your people, right? Like one of
Right.
my I went to junior high school with, that one of my best friends, she'll in a minute say, forgive me, because I might not hear from her, right? But I know if I need something or she needs something, we just one phone call away. And we make sure we check in via text, like, hey, happy new year, how you doing, right? We might get on the phone a little bit, but I know she's busy, I'm busy, whatever. But I think you also got to know your people.
Yeah, and I think that you don't question it as much when you, like you say, when you knowing your people, when you have solidified that foundation of the relationship, whether it's friendship or otherwise, but when you have to constantly question, like, what is this? I don't know. Should I call? Shouldn't I call? Should I text? Should I not? Well, I'm going to wait till they text me. Well, maybe they waiting for me to text them.
Yeah.
That space that we get in, that's real uncomfortable and unnecessary. Like, it's that tension that we don't need to have, again, especially at these big old ages.
Yeah.
So be intentional about your relationships, whatever they are, especially in this year. One of the things I kept saying, we're here now. We here now. We've made it to this day. We here now. What we gonna do with it? What are we gonna do with our time? How are we moving forward? One of the things that I was sharing in our group about being, with it being a new year, and I'm so glad. I think the world is tired of the new year, new me. It's like, no, no, it's a new year, but I'm not even finished with the old me yet, so I'm not ready. And I'm just now learning the old me, so I'm not ready to meet the new me yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm starting to, let me let me at least a little bit more time in with this me before the new me comes up. But it's like, what are we doing now? And then the things that we think are new, we're in such a rush to get to the next new thing because of the excitement of something being new. But is that thing really new? Or is it something that we've just have not tapped into? Is it something that because you can't get to the next thing really until you finish the first thing, you know, um, and we get so caught up on the new. I'm okay. Like, I'm okay with, let me dig in and learn where I'm at now. I don't need everything to be also exciting, and because once the excitement of the new thing wears off, then what?
Yeah, but
Then when it's the new relationships, when it's time, the novelty of the excitement has worn off. Now what?
I mean, I think, and it's been a minute since I read the book, right? But Becoming. I think just that phrase, right? I think we're always evolving, and so it's not really a new year, new me. It's a new year, and now we all are gonna carry a little bit of something into the new year, right? I think the thing is
Right.
how are you managing what you're carrying into the new year, or have you even like so. I go through this process starting probably November, December, where I evaluate my goals because I
Wait a
don't
minute, hold
believe
on, sis. Let me.
in
We will talk one of the men up. I'm sorry. I'll pause you for 1 second. We done talk one of the men up, and y'all already know it's gonna
you
be
know
a
who it
good.
is. You already know who it is. I don't even know who you're bringing up, but I know who you're bringing up.
The security is in the building, all right? Listen, all I'm gonna say is he don't play about me, and I don't play about him. So you already know the first of the year, he already said it. Oh, Big Bro said I got to come through, check on my baby sis, make sure what's good, what's popping, and to share some gems and jewels in this place. Listen, add your voice to this atmosphere, sir. Y'all
Hey,
know I don't play about my big bro. You know I love me some him and then some. Come on, Mr. Rockology in the house. Hi, baby.
Happy New Year!
Hey, love, how you doing? Hey, Theo.
How you doing?
Good to
All
see
right, how
you.
you doing? Yes, ma'am. You know I did make a appearance on the first one of the year.
Yeah, we happy to see you, man.
It's gonna be a year now. Rock done showed up on the very first, on the first of the first. Come
Yeah,
on.
come on, yeah, because I'm like, we gonna need you to, be up and ready to do the men's lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on. Come on. So I'm sorry, sis. I didn't mean to cut you up, but
No, that's all right.
I had to bring him up so the people could see him. So people could see him. See, he's not a myth. The legend is true. He's here.
Yeah. No, I was
But what
just
we
saying,
say?
I go through this process of, I don't believe in resolution. I believe in goals. And then I treat my life like you like our work lives, right? So I'm constantly evaluating my goals throughout the year, right? So every quarter I'm looking at where I'm at. And so for me, I think it's really just like I'm gonna say being intentional, right? About how you are executing on the goals that you have, right? And as you get to that last quarter of the year, even determining what goals need to
What's
go
that?
with you into the new year and what goals do not, right? And then figuring out what that looks like. I mean, and one of the books I really love, like, and this year I'm really, really gonna utilize it because I haven't really utilized it in a way it should, is the 12-week year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if you know this book. And it
Yeah.
really talks about how you can, get things done in 12 weeks other than a month. Because most of us are looking at what we're going to do for the whole year. And this book really, this is where I got that, outside of just the work that I do, right? Because I work in HR. So, we're evaluating people every 6 months, right? But this book really talks about you setting your goals and looking at them every 12 weeks, right? So, you know so for me, that's why I don't be like, oh, new year, new me, because there might be some stuff I didn't complete in 2025 that I'm gonna roll over to 2026, and then I'm gonna figure out, do I have to tweak the plan
Right.
to keep on that goal,
So I need
right?
to make that be the new thing that I tweaked it. I made the improvements
Yeah,
because we like you said, we are forever evolving.
yeah.
And if you got to give yourself a chance to learn you at the new level. That's what should be new. I'm not. I don't need again. I don't need to be a new me because I'm just figuring this me out, and that's too much. That's enough by itself. I'm like I
and
can't handle another me.
And what did you experience in 2025 that like some people had to heal from some stuff, right? Some people had to, get over an illness or deal with something. So, right, I think it's really also processing that, right? Because that's gonna also determine how you're moving forward.
Yeah, because I said on the podcast, I think you were on with us with Justin and them. I was saying that we know how to live in our wounds, but we have to learn how to walk in our healing.
Really.
You know, and like you said, that's something we gotta learn, this new version of us. But we sometimes are so quick to just want to jump on to the next thing, you know, that you are missing such a key part. You know, you are missing some valuable lessons that would probably help us to retain whatever it is that we are about to have next. You
Yeah.
know, because you hit that goal now, you said perfect it. You
Yeah.
know, healing is an ongoing journey. What about you, Rock? What we just kind of chit chat and talking about this thought of uh, new year, new you. I was just like, I'm so glad I haven't heard it like we typically do. People hating on 2025 is the worst year ever. Haven't heard that. Thankfully, I was telling 2025, I had the time of my life. Like it owes me nothing. You know, we separated or we left on a good note. Like we fulfilled. Like we good. Okay.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
So what is
I
new
don't
with
I
you?
don't believe in New Year's. Like I don't really do New Year resolutions. I haven't probably since teenager
Yeah.
because I'm forever evolving. I'm forever looking to improve in all facets of life as a husband, as a father, grandfather, brother, uncle. I'm always looking to improve. Um, I think um, when you have a mindset of growth, development, and maturity, you don't need a New Year's resolution. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think like a large number of resolutions within 30 days or they're done with them anyway. But when you have a mindset of growing, developing, and maturing, it's a 24/7 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's something that you're constantly doing, you're forever doing. You're listening, you're listening to others. Because sometimes other people can see what you don't see about yourself
Mm-hmm.
because you see yourself every day. Um, I think the other day you wrote something about New Year's, and I said, and my response was, if it wasn't for you and the sisters helping me develop and grow, if I
Yeah.
didn't listen, because the thing about it is you can't be a big brother to somebody if you don't know how to be a big brother to them. They had to let you know what
Yeah.
what kind of big brother they looking for, right? But a lot of people think because now I know how to be a big brother, but the big brother to you would be different than the big brother to Theo,
Right.
right? So you have to listen, and I'm learning more and more to be a good listener. You got to listen to what people are saying. You're not going to agree with everything people are saying, but your disagreeing don't make what they're saying untrue either. So you just gotta, yeah.
And I'm so proud of you for that. I can honestly say I've seen you take growth in leaps and bounds for that. Because listen, 3 syllables in, Rock will shut you down. Okay, like he'll see the thought getting ready to come out of your mouth. Like, nah, but we not. No, see, because no. I'd be like, big bro. He'd be like, sit, baby, sit.
Because it took a
Okay,
minute. It took a minute for me to believe that you were okay. See,
Mm.
I was going on my thought process, right? No, you're not going to do that to my sister, man. That you're not doing that. And
Mm-hmm.
even though she's like, I'm okay, it's okay, we're just playing. Nah, I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to hear that either. So when I do that, what I'm doing is I'm ignoring what you ladies are telling me. And I think one time I even hit Theo up. Somebody said something to Theo one time. I was like, hey, what's going on? Did I miss something? And she's like, whoa.
it's that question. It's that
Let me
question. It's
explain. She said, let me explain what's going on. I said, okay, so I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna listen. And I'm gonna be honest. Even in your explanation, I'm not always gonna want to hear it. Because you know, once you get a thought, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But
He just
again,
letting you talk so you can get it off your chest. His mindset has not changed.
you
but
have to you have to
I appreciate that because I think sometimes you do have to do that double check, right? Because although I'm no longer in that
Mhm.
space where I will say everything is okay, I appreciate that someone's gonna make me double check to make sure I'm just not saying I'm okay and I'm really not okay.
I
That
didn't even have a chance to
if
say it. He told me I was. I said I was okay, and he told me I was not, and proceeded to say, and proceeded to say on the panel, "You're okay when I say you're okay." That was the last word I.
okay, well that's different. That's different. Well, he has grown from that. Okay,
He would still do it
I
today.
remember that. I remember.
I don't care with nobody. I don't care with nobody else. Rock would still treat me the same way right now in this
I
moment.
remember.
and
Mm-hmm.
I said no.
funny.
You're okay when I say you're okay. So
He
let me
sure did.
finish. Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
It's so funny because I just told someone I was like, listen, I know what brothers to call and what brothers not to call, right? When something is going down. Because I think about, okay, I don't feel like having to bail nobody.
This.
So I'm not going to call this
Listen,
one. I'm going to call this one.
It's either bailing them out or helping them bury the
listen.
body.
My sisters, and my wife and my children, grandchildren, still don't tell me anything. What's
I
all
think
this
he's freezing.
whispering stuff? What's going on? I
I
just
think you're
gave
breaking up.
You're breaking up.
no. I said, a lot
Okay.
of times they still don't tell me a lot of what's going on.
Mhm.
And they
Even the
probably should.
grandchildren, they're like, "No, it's okay, Papa. It's okay." So Theo was right. You have to know who to contact when.
Mhm. Yeah.
Listen.
For real, I would be on, and I may not always be commenting, but please don't think I'm not looking and I'm not reading.
Mhm.
Oh, I
I know
already.
you. I know you
I
do
am
this.
looking and I am reading.
I know. I know that.
Listen, there's been times I've gotten a text or phone call a day or two later. So what was I'm like, huh? It's like, yeah. So what we doing? So is there a problem? Is it not? Because I didn't like that. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I can't help nobody. I'm trying to, yeah, don't save them. They don't want to be saved. You know, it's you do have to know who to call. And I think the blessing in all that is that you actually having someone, to call, having whether male or female, friends, family, friends who become family, all of that, and how we show up for each other. Again, gets back to that intentionality that Theo always talks about. And for me this year is presence. Like it's presence. Um, I know I'm loved when I feel loved. And I say that to anyone, because as we go on in this year, like I want everybody to have the best year
Mhm.
that you could, like, leave no crumbs on the table. Like whatever do it all. Do it all.
Mhm.
Is all or nothing, and nothing is not an option. That was my motto last year. I just, in one of the rooms that I'm in on TikTok, I was like, from day one, it was like, listen, it's all or nothing this year. Nothing's not an option. Okay. So we going for it. How far we get in it is a different story, but we going for it. We touching on everything. We feel it on everything.
Right.
I mean, everything. I'm not going to tell myself what I can't do. I'm not going to tell myself what I don't have time for. I'm not going to tell myself, these are the obstacles. No, I'm going to tell myself that this is what I want and need to do, and we're going to figure out how to do it. We're going to start. We have to retrain the way that we think and watch our verbiage and our language.
Mhm.
You got to start speaking, on the positive side, just as easily as we say, as you identify all the issues, you can easily identify the solutions, or at least get on the path to that.
Right.
But again, in this year, we're here now. We're here. We're
Mhm.
here now. First day of 2026. What you gonna do with it? That's gonna be different. From the years past, from last year. I
Right.
don't want to. In some ways, I believe I buy into, and I don't really buy into. Like I don't do resolutions anymore.
I don't do that.
I resolve to not have a resolution. That's the resolution, that I have no resolutions.
Mhm.
Um, because sometimes when we do have resolutions, I know we have to give ourselves timelines in order to like check our progress.
Mhm.
But we feel like if we didn't finish this in 6 months, that we failed, and then we just never go back to it. So we cancel all the hard work that we did in 6 months. When guess what? You might just need 60 more days to get it done. How many unfinished things, and I'm speaking for myself, like I get frustrated. As a matter of fact, I even go as far to say I get hella frustrated, with myself when I set a particular goal and I don't reach it. And then I just don't want to do it no more. And it really, like, God had to really be like, so you just gonna leave that? So you just see, it's like the half-eaten plate, and then later on you talk about you hungry, but so you just gonna leave that on the table? Like, so you ain't gonna go back and finish it? Like, you're not even gonna put it away?
Right.
Always come back to it later. Maybe you need to take a break from it and then come back. Maybe you need a reset. You need to evaluate what didn't go right in this, or where I lacked in a thing, and then come back to finish the job. How many unfinished, I think about books that I've started written, songs that I've written, projects that I've written down, like, ooh, this would be a good project. Oh, this would be a good, all these. And what are we doing? And like, okay, so I just have a book of projects, a book of songs, and a book of books.
But but
And nothing else.
that's the important thing, is really just really thinking about the execution, right? So that's the work that I do with my clients, right? That's how we start out. Like, first of all, we're not gonna come with a list of 10, 7 goals, right? So we're gonna talk about what it is you want to do. We're gonna prioritize them. We're gonna pick out the one you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna work on, then we're gonna come up with the plan. But the thing I say to my clients is, when you're developing your plan to execute, you also have to think about what are the potential obstacles or challenges. Because when you already identify what might be the potential obstacle and challenges, when you do hit that wall, you already kind of prepared yourself for it, right?
Right.
So you don't get stuck, you don't give up. It's when you don't think about what could be the potential challenges or obstacles that might get in my way, that you get to the point that you're talking about, where you're like, okay, I done did this for 6 months, now I want to give up, right? But when you already kind of
Mm-hmm.
mindset with, like, you know what, this might be something that I hit, like, come up while I'm trying to execute on this, you're prepared for it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
my other favorite book is one by Maxwell, Failing Forward. It speaks to what
I've heard of that. I've
earlier,
heard of
right?
that.
He basically says, right, failure is a part of life, right? If you're not failing, something is wrong, right? And think about the people
We
like
learn.
the Harry Potter writer, right? How many times she would try to get her manuscript published and it was denied, right? She didn't give up. The Mary Kay lady, Michael Jordan, right? All of these people who could have said, I'm going to stop because somebody said I can't do it, or I got to know, right? Failure is a part of life. Failure, if you use it as a lesson, it propels you to continue to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
even
like
when
that. You know,
So yeah, so it's a really good book. It's called Feeling Forward.
I
I
think
got it.
everybody needs to really, I think that for me, I realized one thing that I did and that I'm starting to do more of, even in that, because I'm like, there's no difference between us and people who are successful. Some of us are successful at failing because we continue to settle for the failure, you
Yeah,
know. And the only difference between us accomplishing our goal and them accomplishing their goal is the discipline and the press to keep moving forward. And one thing
yeah.
that I did, I started saying to myself, like, okay, Dawn, what is your action response to failure going to be? Like, what
Yeah.
action are you going to take when something fails? when it doesn't go exactly the way you want it to. And I don't even think I really believe that, the only way you fail is when you don't try. They say nothing beats a failure but a try, right? Because once you try it, it may not turn out the way you wanted it to, but you have some information. You have,
Right.
you've achieved something because you did something that you didn't do before, So now when we get into that space of trying, like we got to take the risk of trying. Like, don't be afraid to try. It's not going to hurt you. Again, it may not be the result that we want, but we started. So I really started talking to myself and telling myself, because I didn't want my emotions to get in the way and hold me hostage from continuing to
Uh-huh.
do what I need to do to get to the end, because I get frustrated with myself, real bad. And I said, what is going to be your action response to failure when things don't go the way that you planned, when things, don't pan out the way you wanted it to? What are you going to do? Because the goal in the
Right.
plan was never to fail, not it was never for it not to come to fruition. So that lets me know I got to keep pushing until I get there. I got to keep perfecting this thing. I got to keep working this thing. If it didn't work this way, I got to go back to the drawing board. Let me reset, and find another way. So for me, I've given myself like 2 to 3 days, depending on what it is. Come on, bro.
Did she say by John Maxwell?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Gotcha.
And so my action, I think if it might be helpful to us if we come up with, a action plan to failure. And even if you don't want to call it failure, action plan to my try, whatever you want to call it, to give it a more positive spin. But that's what helps save me. I'll give myself 2, maybe 3 days at the most, just depending on what it is. That if I'm going to be in my feelings, sit in it for a second and then get up and then figure out how, you see what didn't go right, and don't be afraid to ask for help. I understand that I don't have the pieces to it all. Even when I have a vision for something, I don't have the pieces to it all. I don't know how to do certain things, and it's okay. And I don't even want to know, to be honest. Like Theo's gonna help me with my website for the nonprofit, right? I don't even want to know. I don't want to know how to do it. I don't even. My brain does not want to know. All I want to know is what you need for me to tell you, because that's not my area. Yes, I have to know. I'm not afraid to learn something new, but I want to be able to focus on the things that I need, that I'm good at, as I'm learning the things that I'm not. But if there's someone who has expertise in that area, I'm learning to not be afraid to ask for help.
What
Because
she
we're
want?
supposed
12 week or 12 week a year?
What happened, bro?
What's that? 12 week year? She said the other
Yeah,
book
the 12-week year by Brian
by
P.
Brian
Moore.
Morin and
Yep.
Michael.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
See, we trying to get y'all right for the new year, starting to set you off the right way. Okay? Because why? Because we here now. We here now. So
Trying
let
to
me
get
ask y'all
y'all be
this.
right.
For you, what was your major I want to say, okay, what was your major lesson, or what was the major imprint for you that happened in 2025? And chat, y'all chime in just the same. Let us know what was the imprint for you in 2025 that made it a great year for you.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
it would
Both of
be
y'all.
y'all.
To be us.
Hmm.
Well, I'm the gift that keeps on giving, so I'm just kidding.
I can't. I probably could not in a short period of time explain the influence that y'all have had in my life since I met y'all.
Mm.
Um, I, I know that a lot of people don't take to my personality, so I know that.
Mm.
But and so being around y'all and learning how to, or either learning or faking it, how to soften up some. I mean, so you got to fake it till you make it. I ain't gonna
Who
lie.
said,
Sometimes I be thinking like I'm like, man, she got me sitting here like I'm a
who
child.
said that? Because I still ain't learned that. I'm trying. I didn't learn that fake.
But I don't think I've never done it, so I don't know. But I mean, but it's been a big it's been a big addition to my life though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's times like I just really enjoy having my sisters.
Mm.
Seeing them, hearing their voices, and I'm gonna tell you what makes it even greater is when the excitement is mutual. Have you ever been excited to see somebody be like, "Oh, hey,"
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I'm putting
Sorry,
too much energy in this." Right?
sorry,
Yeah,
name.
yeah. So, but when it's like when the three of us get together, it's like it's mutual. The
Mm-hmm.
excitement is coming from all three directions, and that's
I be
good. I
trying to.
mean, that's very encouraging as a man. That's very encouraging because even though many times women feel like they're alone, there's a lot of men that feel like they're alone in the world too.
Yeah.
And I think
Because
we
there's
have
certain expectations, I would say unfair expectations that's have been put on men. So so when you can find sisters that understand to a certain level that hey, the, he goes through some of this stuff too. Maybe not on it ain't on the same level because we different sexes, different backgrounds. But the thing about it is the experiences is the same. Is their
Mm.
experience and they understand. Like if something happens and I go, baby sis understand. Hey, I gotta let him do his thing because just that's it. You gotta let him get. You gotta like he said earlier. You gotta let him get off his chest. I'll
Yeah.
call him later or something, but you gotta you gotta just gotta let it do their thing sometimes, and it goes the other way. Sometimes you just have to let them. Hey, leave her alone. Let her talk. She ain't done talking. Let her talk.
Mm.
oh, he
If
good for
she's
that.
wrong, we'll talk later about how to handle something like that next time. But until then, let her talk. So it's just been a big plus for me.
I love that. I love that. And I think we will get further along with supporting each other emotionally and really understand how to execute emotional intelligence when we remove the gender off of feelings.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Yes,
Because
That
feelings
I
are
part.
like that. I like that. Yeah.
yeah,
That
feelings are a human thing. It doesn't matter how you express it because guess what? No two women are gonna express things the same way.
Mm-mm.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
So to say, women are like that and men are like, no, you got to learn them just like everybody else. It's a human
Mm-hmm.
thing.
yeah.
Feelings, emotions, and expressions are human. We really have
Yes.
to remove the gender off of that.
That's a
Feel
t-shirt.
before.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Listen, I'm trying to look. As soon as, all right, be encouraged outreach ministries. Okay, we are. For those who don't know, that's my nonprofit. Okay, I am signed up, registered, and all that with the state, legit for real, for real. Okay, and have been for the last 2 years. So when we talk about finishing what we started, finishing what is okay, the little things that have been in the way that I did not finish. That's why it's important for me, and I don't say much. Y'all know I don't say nothing. You know, I will big up everybody else. And God was like, you better start opening up your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because how you want to, the people that I've assigned you to serve, how will they know to find you if they don't know that I sent you to serve? But that's one of the things we're going to have our product line as well. So trust and believe. I'm gonna write that one down, and it'll be a part of the product line. Fluffy Nation is gonna come out of there. Y'all don't know. I represent for the big girls and for the teddy bear boys. You know what it is. That's right, Team Fluffy. Always, all day, every day. Okay, started. Um, but let me read this comment from Dr. E. She says, I released concern. What was your marker moment last year that made it? Because I'm so glad that I did not hear 9,000 people talking about how it was the worst year ever, and they
I
want to
know.
send this year back and don't come, like all the things. Dr. E says, I released my first solo book. Okay, she gonna be here in 2 weeks. You know what? I'm a woman with issues, but I still qualify right here. That's right here. Y'all better go to the Amazon and go get it. All right. She released her first solo book. My oldest daughter graduated college. My son graduated high school and attended college in 2025. Entered college in 2025. She said, I witnessed my children develop a relationship with God for themselves. Come on here.
Yes.
See, when you start, what are the book moments of 2025? Because you got to make that year count. That year has to count for something.
Yeah.
So that time we spent has to count for something in order for us to understand what's next. Because now that we're here, you've done that. Now I'm here. What am I going to do with it? I have 7 books that I co-authored and working on number 8. And I realized, and they is clapping for you, Dr. E, just like we are. And they said, don't forget to trademark. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And these are the things. And this is part of the reason why, for me, I had not fully launched it and released it yet, because I know all these little things that I need to do, but I can't let another 2 years go by and not do it. I can't let another 6 months go by and not do them. I cannot let, another 3 months go by and not do them. I have to get them in place. Because me and Dr. E were talking the other day, and it was like God said, okay, you keep playing with this EIN number, okay? All right, so now when I send somebody with the check for the grant, what you going to do with it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it? So the hundreds of people that money is going to go to help can't get help because you procrastinated on getting this one little thing in the grand scheme of things. And so now who suffers the most?
That part. Yep.
It's like, do the thing. Do the thing. First things first, do the thing, so that when you asking me for something, it's one thing when we give into the assignment and the purpose of our lives. And we accept it, but then we got to work it. We got to do all of the things, in order. Yeah, and then you're wondering why it's not flowing. It's not flowing because there's a block, and you're the block. So I was like, oh God, you know what? Forgive me. I'm like, I'm gonna get it together and do all the things that I need to do. I know the deadline you gave me, and I don't have no time to play. I have gotten myself in the space. I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I still might not say nothing. I might hold that one for a minute. I might hold it. I'll let y'all know at the end. Dr. E says, proud of you, Lady Dawn B. Thank you, sis. Listen, I'm working. I'm doing, as we say, I'm working in silence and letting my success speak at the end. So when you see me, you be like, well, when did that happen? That been happening. Like Theo said earlier, I'm not telling you, I'm showing you what I've done. I'm telling you what I did, not what I'm doing, what I did. Dr. E said that part. Right. I got to get, how am I going to help? How am I going to say I want to help people, but I'm not willing to do the little things or overcome the little obstacles that are in the way of setting me up to be the help. And then you wonder why we all so unsatisfied with life. Because the truth is, we know that money is not what satisfies us. Yes, we need it, but look at the amount of people who are well off, wealthy, rich, prosperous, and they have, ended their lives. They are finding other means of substances to try to bring joy or fulfillment to them. Life is not fulfilled by things. Life is fulfilled by love and people. And when we are actually working in the thing that allows us to develop, what feels better than growing? It's funny. I had to talk with my son today. He went out, he works 2 part-time jobs, and y'all know I was fussing about him because, he's a whole lot to manage. But I had been waiting for him to show up in this man space, like waiting, feeling real discouraged, like, God, this boy ain't never going to get out of my pocket, like never, and today he was like, Mommy, can I go? I was like, this is like when you was 9. And now you got 2 part-time jobs and you still in my pocket. Like, what are we doing? But he said, Mom, can I borrow your car? I want to go, shopping. I was like, all right, go ahead, Jay, do your thing. I'll go out when you come back. He went out and shopped. He got whatever it was that he wanted and he needed. And he came back there and he was excited to show me what he did, what he got. And it's not the first time, but he had a different level of pride that I didn't see in him before. And I said, well, Taylor, how does it feel? Like, how did you, you know, he was like, Mommy, it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels real good. He said, I think I'm going to go shopping again. Like every 2 weeks, I'm going to buy myself something to see the light bulb like click,
Yeah.
for him. And for him to feel, that was something I couldn't give him, you
Yeah.
know, him to feel that pride of, I work for my money. I got money in my pocket. I'm able to go get what I want. I'm not broken. I don't have to ask my mother for anything. He had been like coming in a little later and like, Mom, don't worry about it. I'm gonna bring something home. No, you don't have to cook. I'm gonna bring dinner home. Jalen, don't play with me. Don't be bringing no bagel in here, with a sippy cup of juice. Like, don't do that. Like, because you only got $3 in your pocket. Don't do that. But he came back in like with a whole meal, like as if I would buy it. You
Yeah.
know. Um, but the kicker of it all is we were standing here talking. I've been trying to get my son to pay his phone bill since like 1984. Now, mind you, he was born in 2002, but I had to. So while he's standing here all proud about these clothes that he bought and him working and still having money in his pocket, and he's like, and he wanted to go out to the gym later, and can I go to my friend? Okay, you're doing all the things because I see you, and I'm looking at him, and I said, okay, and pay your phone bill. He was like, how much is it? He said, it's 70. I was like, and do you remember? I said, wait a minute, hold on. I said, it's probably like 60. He said, all right, I'm going to send you 65. My cash app went off so fast, I didn't even know what to do. I said, well, get out, and with no problem. I said, how does that feel? He was like, Mommy, it feels real good. It feels really, really good. I was like, thank you, God, because it's something finally clicked in him. I said,
Yeah.
this is for you to show up in this mannish way, to do mannish things. I was like, look at you standing like a proud peacock. I said, so, with your shoulders back, your chest out. I was like, come on, boy. But I told him, I want you to repeat that feeling. So it's a space where for me, it's finally looking like, God, thank you. All the hard work has felt like it's starting to make sense. I couldn't force it for him. Dr. E is laughing. She said, I love it. It's been a journey. I loved it. I'm like, now you're not gonna ask me for $10 later on in the week, right? You're not gonna tell me you need like money for an Uber to get like
But
don't
I
because
think
I
it
rather
shows that
money.
he's listening. I think it shows that he's listening, right? And I
Yeah.
think that just goes back to what
Mhm.
Rock said earlier, right? It's in the delivery, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're talking to him, you're not talking to him in a demeaning or a degrading way, right? You're just talking to him.
Mhm.
You're just, giving him some little nuggets of wisdom that he's holding on to, right? And I think
Mhm.
that's important for people to understand that it is how you deliver information to people that has, that will kind of produce
Mhm.
certain results, right? The result is based on the delivery of the information sometimes.
Yep.
I agree, and it wasn't even about the money. I was keep talking. It's the principle, Jalen. Like
Yeah,
you got to be able to do it. I want you to feel what it feels like to be independent. And he was like, "Mommy, it felt good because I managed my money right this time, and I was able to do everything, and I still have money in my pocket." I said, "Lord, you know what, Jesus." On the first day of the 2026 is gonna be amazing. It's like, yes, God.
listen.
So when
You
you
know
start
something
seeing,
else about listening to? You know something else about listening to? When
hmm
people reach a level of reverence, people
Hmm.
listen to who they respect. And
Yep.
when they and people what people don't understand is when you talk about maturity, there's many facets of life that one can mature in, right? And respect is levels of maturity and respect too.
Yep.
And people listen to who they respect. who they honor.
That's true.
And once you start reaching those levels, and you be like, okay, because to listen to it comes with a certain level of trust.
Yep.
Okay, well Theo said this. I ain't really trying to hear that, but if Theo say it, I'm gonna try it. I'll at least try it and see how it works. See,
Right.
that comes with a level of respect and trust. Even though I ain't agreeing with it, even though I'm not feeling it, and I think she's just all wrong. That's not who I am. I'm gonna sit and try. I'm gonna sit and look at it anyway. Yep.
It's being open
Yeah,
minded.
it's good stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. I love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it made me feel like it was not always like finally God, you know. But I couldn't show it to that extreme because y'all know I'm extra. Y'all know,
Right.
and but I couldn't show it because I didn't want to take away from the moment, and I didn't want him to feel like I did not believe he could do it.
Yep.
I wanted him to see the pride, the pride in my face and knowing that you heard me, you did it your way, and it worked for you, and now you know what that feels like, and it feels so good in a way that now you want to repeat it again. I'm like, you're gonna be 24, bro. I said, when I was 23, I was paying full rent. Never mind just trying to pay my phone bill. But I understand we're different people, in
Yep.
different times. So God grant me patience, but we have to make that time count. What you
And
say, bro?
sometimes, and sometimes, many times, men, young men or men, when they do or when they mature, they're really not complimented on the good that they do. It's like, well, you should do. You a man. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Oh, I don't do that.
Mm. So that's not. And then when you do have men doing what they're supposed to do, they're not doing it from a place of love because they know the people around them don't appreciate it.
Yep.
So
Right.
now it becomes, yeah.
Obligation.
So I used to tell my wife when the children were growing up, I used to say, listen, if you can't compliment, don't complain.
Mm.
You can't complain. And then when they get it right, the first thing you say is, well, it's about time. You should have been doing it right all the time. What are you talking?
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's not how you do it,
Oh,
right?
that,
If you complain, you should be able to compliment.
yeah. That's one of
That's
the
true.
that's one of the art to I always tell leaders when they are, have to give an employee some not so great news, right? Is there has to be something that the employee is doing well, right? So you start with that, and then you go into the delivery of where they might need to improve, right? But it's
Mm-hmm.
in the personal space, right? Like Rock said, there are some people that don't understand that, the delivery matters and how people accept and how you actually also help someone to continue to work to
Right.
doing that thing, right? Because words matter. I don't
Yes,
care
They
what
sure
nobody
do.
said. Words matter,
they
They
do.
absolutely do.
right?
Sometimes they're very heavy. They last longer than we may think, and that's why, again, going back to, Coach Theo's word about intentionality, what are we doing to make sure that our end goals are met? At the end of the day, I remember when my son was in therapy because he's ADHD, and I was like, I didn't know anything about it at the time. I was new. I was just like, why is this child crazy? In my mind, what I'm saying? I was like, this kid, like, he wakes up on 9004. Like, what is happening here? And he's like that until his eyes close, and then he sleeps for 20 minutes. And like, Jesus, I can't take it. And so when we were going to his therapist and his counselor, and I'd be like, it's frustrating in the morning because I'm trying to get out the door and he's doing, everything but what I'm telling him to do. I'm chasing around the whole dang on house just to get, the clothes on. So when I get up, I get dressed. I'm so systematic. I'm very OCD. It's like left leg, right leg, left sock, right sock. There's a whole system. Jalen is I'm gonna put my left leg in the left side of my drawers, and I'm gonna put my right arm in the t-shirt. But then I'm gonna go in the room and pick something. I'm like, what are you doing? So it got to the point where, oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Welcome in. Auntie Bravo's in the building. Happy New Year. Pastor Sheila's here. Thank you for yielding this captain's chair to us. Happy New Year. We are here doing what we do, just having a little light conversation tonight, bringing in the new year together. I'm so glad you made it. So the therapist, I would tell her, like, it would drive me crazy because I can't, like, I'm saying, just do the thing, Jalen. Like, if you just put your pants on, just at one time, like, then it's over with. Why do you have to run around the house with one pants leg in, dragging it, just why? And she would say to me at the end of it all, she's like, Miss Brathwaite, does it matter the way he does it? And I'm like, yeah, it does, because, you're wasting time doing those things. She said, no. What's more important to you? She said, does he get it done? I said, like 8 hours later, yeah, we get out the door, but if he would just do it, we could be out like 15 minutes. We good. She's like, Miss Brathwaite, what's more important? How he does it or the fact that he's doing it? I was like, well, when you put it like that, she said, because what do you want? The goal is you want to get out the door. She said, did you think about it like this? If you were to leave him alone and let him do it the way he's doing it, how much faster would he get it done?
Exactly. You could be out the door.
Right. It was less than frustration for you. She said, but you are arguing with him because he puts on one sock and then the other leg 10 minutes later. Does it matter? Just because you do it that way. She said, when you're ready to go, she said, do me a favor, just try it. Because our issues was clashing. Like my OCD and his ADHD were not friends. So but that's when I had to learn, like, it's the end goal, and us finding whatever it is that you have to do to get to the end goal. Once I put that in practice, we were pretty much all right. We had our days still, and I was just dragging him out. Like, we just going to go to school half naked. That's all. Put your shirt in your bag. I don't care what you do, but you're getting out of this house. Like, let them button it up for you when you get there. I don't care. Where we going? Book bag hanging off, all the things. But we out of here, brother. I said, well, she said it don't matter how you do it. I made that work for me. He was like, she as long as we get out the door. So guess what? If your shoe is not on and if your drawers is hanging, that's not my problem. we leaving in 10 minutes. We just run down the block. But it's really the point of finding out, just making sure that you get to your end goal. Yeah. It may not be the way that you anticipate or expect, but like for this year, make sure that you are willing to be open. And Theo said earlier, open-minded, because open-mindedness will help you find other ways to get to your end result that you want.
So what are the other things that you did this year in 2025? You said, yeah. I mean, I'll go after you, but you didn't finish.
Oh, the other things I did this year, I'm continuing to push my way in school, working toward my doctorate in biblical studies still. But the most exciting thing of all, and I know this is what Theo is pushing. I already know.
She got a motive. Oh, okay.
She got a motive. She put it on one street gently. She did it gracefully. That's what she's doing.
She said you didn't finish what you were saying was the most. I mean, you just didn't finish.
Right, because I was on. They don't let me move on. Let her just go. We're good with it. But the most
grace and love and what she was saying. I was.
If you didn't know better, you would have thought it was coming from a good place, right? Well, the main thing she's talking about is that this year I am presently taking my classes to become a certified life coach and grief counselor, and I will be done very soon. So that will be another accomplishment under my belt. You'll be able to call me Coach Dawn, Coach B, Coach Lady B, whatever, but definitely Coach will be in front of it, as well as grief counselor, and this is all to add to services that we'll be able to provide through the outreach nonprofit. So I am totally excited
That's what
about that.
Theo
I
does,
can't
isn't
even
it?
wait to get finished with all these classes.
Isn't that what Theo does?
Mm-hmm.
But she's gonna specialize in grief, which is
Oh, okay.
necessary. So
I'm trying to get all the things, but yeah, but grief, I feel very heavily led to because it is the core of so many of the other things that go on with us. And it's not always, I've learned that we grieve over people, places, and things. Some of us have not gotten over the loss of a home. So we're afraid to go after, a home because you don't want to experience that again. Some of us are still broken over losing a job. So we are afraid to really go out after the jobs we really want. Grief comes in so many forms and the residue thereof. And people don't realize there's a difference between grief and mourning. So I'm excited about that and just, attacking it from a different angle. So yeah, the girls doing big things. Um, I'm also, if you are a writer and you write poetry or spoken word or short stories, we are working on pulling together some poets right now, and putting together a poetic anthology called Intrusive Thoughts. And you can definitely get in on this if you would like. All you got to do is reach out to me. I will get you the information. It is not too late. We are starting and, looking to release that this year. And I think other than that, the only thing I really want to do, other thing that I've been working on, I don't even think I told you this, Theo, is that I took one of my original songs and gave it to my sister, who is she plays the keyboard, so she's writing the music for me behind that. So before this year is over, I'll be going back in the studio to record my own original song,
And I'm her
and
backup dancer.
come on, do it, do it. Oh, look at Theo.
Me and Theo gonna be the backup dancers.
Listen, everybody, come on, y'all, come along. So I'll be doing that before the end of the year out, and we gonna have Thursday night live in person,
oh
a
yeah.
whole weekend of the Thursday night squad doing what we do right here
In
in
person, you
live.
mean everybody face to face?
Yeah,
Yep,
we
we're gonna
putting
be in the same room at
Wow. Oh man.
the same space. So look for that in November. I think we're gonna do it because my birthday falls on a Thursday this year, so it's in November. So y'all block out that. I'm trying to tell y'all we got things coming to 2026. Why? Because we are here now. Okay, we here now, so we might as well do the things because we here now. So I don't know what y'all gonna do, but listen, that whatever it is, do it because we're here for a purpose and a reason. So Theo, it's on you now.
oh man, what did I do? So I will say for me, one was I got out of my comfort zone. Thanks to you help with that, but like really just got out of my comfort zone, right? Because I am a leader, but I'm very comfortable from leading from behind, right? And so I actually, stepped up to, really just be out front a little more. Also began talking a little bit more about what I do, right, for my business. And I pivoted this year. I pivoted, my my business was really focused on helping women 40 and above. Then I actually pivoted to any range because I made my career coaching a significant part of my coaching business now. So I do career coaching and I rebranded as the intentional living coach as well. So, that was another thing. But I think the biggest thing was, just really pulling in my HR expertise to really begin to develop my career coaching side of my business more. And also, I became very, very adept at doing my own website. So I have built, so building my own website, and that was something that was really cool this year. But I think one of the things I'm really proud about is I'm created a community called the Thrive Circle, which is my own little social media platform that women are invited to join. to do some intentional work. So this is not we on Facebook and we on Instagram and we scrolling. This is you're joining this community because you are looking to live intentionally, to live with clarity, to live with courage, and to achieve your goals. And we're going to be doing work in this space. So if you're not ready to work, you don't really want to be in this community,
You
right?
may
So
not want
Right.
it.
yeah, it's a space where we're gonna, you're gonna set goals and we're gonna work towards them together. But it's like-minded women that are gonna encourage and support and work together to help each other achieve goals. So that's something I'm really excited about. And then
I,
just it's really my walk with God. Like my faith has increased tremendously, right? Like I really, one of the themes for my church this year was see beyond, and I really embraced that. Seeing beyond what was in front of me, seeing beyond the circumstance, seeing beyond the situation, and just trusting, believing, knowing that God got it. And if I do the work. That's the other thing. If I do the work, he ain't just going. He ain't just doing it. But if I do the work, so I think
that
that was
part.
like I'm really, really focused on my relationship with God and my walk.
I love it. I love it. See y'all. See, we doing things. We doing things. We know we have bookmarked. There's some things that happened in 2025. Oh, hold on. Welcome in, Landon. Good to see you. Happy New Year. That's right. 2026 soaring up and circulation. Let's go. Movement is key this
Oh, the
year.
other thing
Okay,
is
we have come through.
one more thing that'll please you is I started going outside.
Oh, look at you. Look
I'm
at
gonna come through this
you.
screen. Yes,
What?
Lord, because she is going outside. Come on outside. I'll go with
What?
you. I will drive just to get down there, just to go outside with you. I will.
Just know
I
when we
will.
all get together, you going outside. If Big Bro if I got to be your straight jacket,
Yep,
go on, just open the door.
I have started entering the world because
I'm
That's beautiful.
I am very comfortable in my home.
yes, yes, you are. But look at her
That's
now.
great. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
hold on, I got one more
I
thing
know
to
that I
show
know that
y'all.
would make you happy.
I am ecstatic. Okay,
Proud of you. Proud of
because
you.
people don't know. People do not know. Oh, see, here we go. See, I'm showing you,
That's
show
great.
y'all how intentional I am about some things here. All right, we talking about the bookmarks that happened in 2025 that are that made the you have to make time worth it. Got to make it work. Got to make it work. So just to show you how serious I am, when it comes down to this outreach ministry and nonprofit, even had again we have some merch coming. I don't know if I can get it in there.
What is that?
Yeah,
Oh.
I have some Thursday night merch coming too.
Nice.
Oh
Nice
wow.
on be encouraged all over there. I know you can't really see it because of the lighting and all that other stuff. But yep,
Nice.
it's we doing some things, and so we just make sure we gonna do all. Again, it's all or nothing, and nothing is not an option. Branding is so important. You are your brand. Each and every one of us, no matter what you do, is it's important that you
Right.
own up to who you are, and own your stuff. And so, just wanted to come on today. Did not want this opportunity to pass on this very first Thursday of the new year to first of all say Happy New Year to everyone. So glad to see you on this side that we are here together. of course, to thank you for 52 amazing weeks in 2025. And now that we've gotten through tonight, we have 51 more amazing weeks to go. And we know that a lot of people are just chilling with their family and relaxing and still on vacation and all of those wonderful things. And, want everyone to enjoy themselves and to, travel safely. But it was important to me that even though it was a holiday, we were here last week for Christmas, and we're going to be here tonight because you never know who needs you. You never know who this community serves. We don't see, everybody doesn't come in the chat and always speak, but a lot of people watch. Some people watch from as we call it, the expensive seats in the silent section. And so we want to make sure that we are here serving those who come, because believe it or not, for some, we're the only family that they have. We may be the only friends, that they have. We may be their only outlet, even if they never speak. Come on, big bro.
I think this is our anniversary. Didn't we meet last year in January, or was it February?
No, it
You
was
mean,
January.
yeah, it was
It was
January.
January, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You met the rest of the folk later on. Me and you was from the inception of the year. Because I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was talking about me and you. She gets so defensive. I was talking about me and you.
I like clarity. I just
Okay.
You know
I
she gotta
wasn't
be.
clear.
Listen, it gotta. It's
Okay, I
all about
wasn't
her.
clear. I'm sorry. I wasn't clear enough. My bad. I apologize.
yeah.
But I
I
thought
like her.
so. Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it has been the 365 days like I've ever had. Theo and I, like I said, we've told the story before, and I don't even, it don't even matter how many years it is now. It was just from day one. We've been locked in literally from day one. I don't even think we was on Zoom yet. I don't even remember. But I just knew that she was my sister, and there's something in her for me and
I
something
don't
in
even
me for
remember
her.
when I met her. I think I met her when you started doing the Thursday nights.
Yeah,
So whenever
What
you
when
started doing the
what
Thursday nights is
you
when me and Theo met.
yeah.
I've been doing Thursday nights for like 4 years now.
No, but it was. I think when I came,
Oh, I'm talking
I
about.
think I came on. Um, I think I came on last year for the first time.
Yeah, you
Because
were doing the ladies room with us for a minute. You came on, and then I kind of kidnapped you to the regular Thursday night.
yeah,
And because she loves me, she stays. And
Okay.
so that's why she's still here. And then Big Bro, yeah, you came a lot later in the year. It wasn't far in the year, but it was later in the year, and you two and everybody's been locked in ever since. And that's what I love about our space, is that it's where we connect, but it gives us a space to be family, you know,
yeah.
because that's
Hmm.
what we are. So, again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. I'm not going to keep you. I want y'all to have a great New Year's Day. And of course, as always, I'm going to give space to my bro and my sister, give their final thoughts, comments, wishes, all that good stuff. Please make sure you lock in this year. I promise you, we are going to be coming from some great, amazing spaces and conversation. Again, I don't like to do a lot of fluff and stuff, y'all. I like to have real conversation. Let it grow into what it needs to be, because we want people to be encouraged. We want to meet people where they need us. So, but of course, there's going to be some toxic after dark moments. We have we can't let at the dark
After
go. That
dark.
we're gonna have the men's lounge. Come and speak and share. Let the fellas, have at it. Ladies, we are always on here, so but we might have a little ladies' room segment here and there. But overall, we're gonna have great conversation. Um, and we're gonna make sure that we see each other through this year. All right. So,
Amen.
Theo, Rob, come on and give your final thoughts and comments. Whichever one you want to go first.
Okay. I for final thought is I just pray. I just pray that this year be a great year for each of us, and whatever we set out to do, that the Lord will bless it above and beyond whatever our expectation is,
Mhm.
and that He continues to allow us to grow as a family and as brother and sisters, and that He continues to bless. Is it Lady Sheila?
Mhm.
What's her name?
Pastor
Oh,
Sheila.
okay.
Pastor
Oh,
Sheila.
Pastor Sheila. Okay. That He continues to bless Pastor Sheila for presenting the platform for us to meet, and her other platforms, that in this year that it will even blow up even more. Um, I feel it in my spirit that 2026 is going to be a great year for
Yeah.
everyone.
Mhm.
Yes.
God's going to do some stuff in 2026. He's going to
And
show
we're gonna let it do
people going to be accessing heaven in 2026.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
all right with that.
Yeah.
All right with that. Thank you, Big Bro. We love and appreciate you.
Yeah. I would agree. Like I literally entered 2026 thinking like, I mean, I don't think I've ever entered a year thinking like, oh my God, last year was the worst year ever, right? But I definitely entered the year thinking that, you know what, everything that we are striving to do, we're gonna do, because I feel like over this year of 2025, we've grown together, right? And so
Hmm.
what I would say to the person out there that is kind of floundering is find your tribe, right? Be intentional about
Hmm.
the like every day I wake up with an intention, right? I don't just get
Yes.
up like, oh, today is today. Every
Right.
day I wake up with an intention of, something that I need to do that aligns with the goal or the thing that I need to get done on that day. So I would say also learn how to be intentional, how to live intentional. But at the end of the day, everything that God has promised you will manifest,
Yes.
will manifest. Um, he has already outlined this year for us. So we
Yes, He
just
has.
we just need to be we just need to learn how to be still. That's something else that I've learned how to do.
Yes. Me
Still
too. Yep.
and listen, all right?
Yep.
And so and be obedient,
Hmm.
right? And like Lady Donna always says, we are God's girls, right? So I will say whatever um you know, platform or whatever, higher power, whatever, you believe in, I would say hopefully it's something that is bigger than yourself, right? And that you will do the same, that you will believe that, anything is possible, right? Because
Hmm.
our lives have already been outlined, and there's already a plan. So
All right. I love it. I love it. Listen, y'all heard it here. Okay, you heard it here first. And I don't know what is going on with my laptop, but it's doing its own thing right now. So I will say
Informants informing that information for me. Important you get a portion of
it's
fortune
doing
pouring.
its own thing.
Unfortunately, blessings.
So happy New Year, everyone. Listen,
I never expect
whatever you
something,
do
never
this
assuming.
year,
Judging me for my past, but that's why I
do it
try
to the
humble.
best of your
The pain
ability.
I never
Max
wear my
it
standards.
out.
In
Okay. Be
deceiving, that's why show
undignified
I love
about
the
it if you
game
have
like
to.
a
Because
gambler.
why?
Show I
We're
love the
here
game like
now.
a papa like a
Okay. So
piranha.
live
When
on
times get tough,
purpose,
know
live
it's
with
never just us, but
purpose,
it's gonna be a battle.
unapologetically, do all the things. all the things that you could possibly find to do, whatever your heart's desire is, that don't bring harm to nobody else. But, you know, let's just be positive, be great, on purpose, unapologetically, and let this year be the best year you ever had. Maximize every moment. Live in
Amen.
it,
Mhm.
breathe it, pause, take time. Don't be so busy being busy that you don't take time to pause and enjoy the moments.
That
I
part.
promise
Right.
you, we're gonna be there
That part.
and live more abundantly. So join us next week. I'm not gonna tell you what the topic is because I don't even think I know yet myself. But be here, okay? And then the following week we have Dr. Elaine and her book. All right. So I want you
Okay.
to tune in, be prepared. I'm a woman with issues, but I still qualify. Dr. Elaine Sanders. You can get it on Amazon. Our wonderful moderator put the link in the chat so you can find it there. Happy New Year to you all. I can't say it enough. I love you. I appreciate you. I am so happy you are here. Let's go for the next round. And if you need some encouragement, join me tomorrow over on the Sheila Ingram Ministries Network, which is right across the street. I believe I will be there at 12:30, and the topic will probably be, can God recommend you for the attack? I'm going to share a little bit about Job's story, but what about your own? Unless the Lord says something different, and if you do, we will pivot along with it. But either way, whatever side of the street you come on to, we hope that you are enjoying what you receive, and we appreciate your presence. So have a great night, and we will see you next week. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Fortunately, blessings are not a snoring. You mellow, so focus on scoring. Got your performing. I never expect something, never assume nothing. Judging me for my past, but that's why I'm triumphant. I don't demand, I know where I stand like engineer hands. Watch how my life pans. That game plan, show out like a jotter, pop out like a cutter. Telling the quick rock, skipping the course, squares like hopscotch. This gonna be my mood to my beat drop. Putting my boogie shoes in my diddy boots. Ain't no stop.